YouTube. So today's video will be going to be on a complete leg workout routine for which you won't require any of the gym equipments. Just some dumbbells and any heavy objects that you can find at home will be useful for you to add some resistance in this workout. But it's completely optional. Even if you don't have any weights or any dumbbells at home, still you will get a greater pump with this leg workout routine. I can guarantee you that. And since this workout is based on anatomy, just have a look on the anatomy of our leg muscles, which consist of the quadriceps, hamstring, glutes, our calf and our shin muscles. So based on this anatomy, I have designed this complete workout routine which you can follow. So I'm providing you with a complete workout routine which would include the number of reps, number of sets and the rest you have to take in between each of the exercises. So based upon your strength, you can determine the number of reps and the rest that you have to take in between the exercises and complete this whole program. And if you are facing difficulties with any of the exercises, then you can always refer to this video to have a complete knowledge about the form and technique and how to perform each of the exercises that are mentioned in this program. So let's start the exercises now. So our first target muscle in this complete leg workout routine would be quadriceps, that is our front thigh. For this variation, you have to stand just in front of the chair so that when you sit, your hips drop onto the chair. And then you have to extend one leg in the front like this, and then you have to hinge from your hips. So the initiation of this drop would start from your hips and not from your knees. So this is the correct form. So you have to hinge from your hips, and this is the wrong form. If my knees bend before my hips like this, so this would be a wrong form. So you have to keep the other leg straight and hinge from your hips and drop down slowly onto the chair like this. And then again you have to get back up using your hips and quadriceps, and don't lean forward when you push yourself back upward like this. So try to maintain your back erect when you perform these squats. So make sure that you are generating all the force from your quadriceps and your glutes and not using any momentum. So you have to drop slowly, slow in a controlled way. You don't have to just drop onto the chair, but you have to control your weight when you go down. For this next variation, I will be using a band. You can also use any rod that is in front of you, but make sure that it's very firm so that you can hold it and then lower down your body. You can attach this band just at your chest height and then use it as a support to your back so that your back stays erect when you squat. So what I'm doing is I will hold this band and then raise one of my leg, and I will initiate this squat from my hips. Again, this is very mandatory when you are doing any kind of squat. So first my hip will bend and then my knees will bend automatically. And then I will lower down myself just below 90 and come up straight erect. So I am using this band just to keep my back erect so that I don't lean forward whenever I am doing these exercises, so that my quadriceps will be activated all the time. So again I will bend through my hips, go just below 90, come up straight. Go below 90, come up straight. So in this variation, there is no need to lower down completely like this. When you lower down completely, you lose the activation of your quadriceps muscles. So just stay here and come up. So this will have a great pump on your quadriceps muscles. So this third variation is a bit difficult one where we won't be using any of the support. So here also just plant your working foot on the ground firmly and then raise the other leg and start from your hips. Initiate the squat from your hips, bend down slowly, go just below 90, come up straight. Make sure that you're coming up straight and not leaning forward and putting all the pressure on your quadriceps and glutes like this. The next exercise in this routine would be step up, for which you will be requiring an elevated surface which can be at a height of from your shin level to your knee level. Based upon your strength, determine the height and then perform the exercise. So for this, you have to place your working leg on the elevated surface, and from here you have to step up in an upward direction, not by leaning forward. So this will be a proper movement, like this. And then you have to bend your other leg at 90 degree and come up. But make sure that you are not leaning forward whenever you are performing the exercises, like this. So this would be a wrong version, because I am loading at my knees whenever I am climbing up. So make sure that your movement is always directed upward, like this, straight, and then bend your knees from the hips at 90 degree and lower down. Again slowly. So what this will do is, this will emphasize more on your quadriceps muscles and take the knee out of the equation. So it will be very effective for you to work on the quadriceps without loading your knees. So again, this would be right form. But take care that your chair is always supported. You can take the support of the wall like this, so that chair don't slip off. Or you can take the support of any desk like this. So for this third exercise, we will be performing 3-way squats, in which we will be performing 2 quarter squats and 1 full range squat, but continuously in a sequential manner, like this. So the first quarter squat will go from 90 degree to completely lowest position of your squat, and then again you have to come to 90 degree and go to the lowest position, come to the 90 degree, go to the lowest position, and continue this for the given number of reps, like this. Then we will move on to the next quarter squat, that will initiate from the upward position to 90 degree, like this. Again, here you don't have to go completely low, you just have to stay at 90 degree and come up. So perform this for the given number of reps. Go till 90 degree, come up. Go till 90, come up. And then the third part would be a full range squat, where you will be going completely low down your body, and again come up straight so that you stand erect, like this. Completely lower down your body, come up straight, like this. So you will be performing these 3 squat variations in a sequence. I will show you how it is done for 10 reps each. So first I will go into the lower squat for 10 reps, then I will be coming into upper quarter squat for 10 reps, and then I will be performing a full range squat for 10 reps. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I will move on to the upper quarter squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we go full range squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be very brutal for you without weight. You will feel like you squatted almost 40 to 50 kilos if you perform a good number of reps with these exercises. So the next group of muscles in this leg workout routine would be hamstrings, which just runs behind your thighs and starts from the glutes and attaches just below your knees. So we will be targeting the hamstrings here. So the first exercises for hamstring would be single leg Romanian deadlift, for which either you can use any weight or heavy bags or any heavy water bottle you are having. I am using a dumbbell here because I have it, or else you can use any of the foam stuff for your purpose. It will provide a similar effect for you. So here you have to place your working leg forward and then lift your rear leg by hinging at your hips. So I am pushing my hips backward like this, and then I am leaning forward till my body gets parallel to the floor. I will lean forward, and here my hamstring will get activated. There will be a soft bend at my knees. Don't bend your knees completely, just a soft bend would be enough, and you will feel a good activation at your hamstring. So stay here for 2 seconds and come back up. Again, you have to go back. Stay here for 2 seconds, keeping your back straight and body parallel to the floor. Don't bend it like this. Keep it erect. Come back up. Again, go back. straight, keep it erect. If you are facing difficulty with balancing, then you can take the support of your rear leg and just hinge from your hips, hinge from your hips, lean forward, just go parallel to the floor, come out. Again hinge from your hips, just go parallel to the floor, soft knee bend, and stay there for 2 seconds, come out. So once it gets easier for you without weights, you can load your hamstring by adding some weights. You can use heavy water bottles or you can use a dumbbell like I'm doing it here. So hold the dumbbell forward in a forward position like this with both your arms or your water bottle, and then again hinge from your hips and lean forward and try to touch this weight towards the ground. Lean forward. Your back should always stay parallel to the floor. You can bend. You can just hinge from your hips. Don't bend at your back, just hinge from your hips so that you push your hips backward and your body a bit forward. And then if you are able to do this, lift your rear leg and then again try to reach forward by hinging at your hips, soft bend at your knees. Like this. So once you are finished with the given number of reps for single leg RDL, you can move for both leg RDLs. So okay, for this exercise, you have to keep your feet shoulder width apart and then you have to start hinging at your hips. So once you start hinging at your hips, at a certain point you will feel tightness at your hamstring. Here you can bend your knee softly and then try to reach downward. So you won't be bending your knee to a large extent, just there would be a minor soft bend at your knees, so that your hamstring is always activated. And then you try to reach downward, keeping your body and your shoulders sucked backward and body parallel to the floor. So come up, again hinge from your hips, knees off bend, lower down, come up, hinge from your hips, lower down, knees off bend. Like this. So once you get comfortable with body weight RDLs, you can add a bit weight using any household stuff or dumbbells like here. So keep the dumbbells forward or the weight forward and then try to lower your body and reach downward like this. Hinge at your hips and come up. But make sure that your core is always activated and contracted whenever you are performing these RDLs, or else it will put a lot of pressure on your lower back. So the next exercise for our hamstring is Nordic hamstring curls. So for this, you have to anchor your feet into a firm surface like this, where I am anchoring my feet here under the sofa, or else you can ask any of your friends to hold your legs. And then from here you have to lower down your body, keeping your feet firm, such that suppose if you are falling flat onto the ground. So you shouldn't bend from your hips like this. Your hips and core muscles should be firm, and then you have to fall flat using your hamstring. Go down, hold here, come up again, come back to the straight position using your hamstring and not bending from the hips. Lower down slowly using hamstring, lower down, and then again from here, not bending from my hips, I will come back straight up like this. If you are unable to do this exercise, then you can use the support of the chair so that your drop depth will reduce. Like this. Just hold the chair, come back up straight. Just drop in the chair, hold it, and again come back straight using a hamstring. So the next exercise for hamstring is hamstring curls using a slider. But since we don't have a slider at home, we will be using a doormat. So what you have to do is, you have to So what you have to do is you have to lie flat on your back and place your heels on this mat. And from here you have to squeeze so you have to lie flat on your back and place your heels on the mat. And now you have to squeeze the heels into the ground and then drag the mat upwards slowly, so that you're not just sliding the mat, you're squeezing and dragging it upward using your hamstring. Then again easily slowly lower down again by dragging it and squeezing the heels into the ground. So put pressure on your heels so that you're pressing the ground as hard as you can and then dragging the mat upward. Slowly like this. Again I'm pressing into the floor and dragging the mat slowly. So it's not just that we are sliding the mat. We are dragging it upward with a lot of force into the ground like this. So this will give you a greater pump on your hamstring. So if you want to make it a bit difficult and add glutes into this workout, you can perform a glute bridge and then perform this slider. Like this. So the next muscle group in our leg workout routine is the glutes, which is located at your hips. So the first exercise would be single leg glute bridge. You can either perform it on the floor or you can use a chair or sofa like I am doing here. So what you have to do is, you have to place your shoulder blades onto this elevated surface like this, and from here you have to lift one leg. Either you can keep it aerial like this or you can place on your other thighs, and then from here you have to squeeze your glutes and come upward by squeezing your glutes and squeezing your core muscles. Hold here for 2 seconds and lower down slowly. Again squeeze your glutes, come up, squeeze your core muscles, lower down slowly. Either you can keep your other leg aerial like this and then squeeze, lower down, squeeze your glutes, lower down, squeeze your glutes slowly. So again I can keep my other leg on the thighs or I can keep my other leg aerial like this, and then squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core muscles, come up. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core muscles such that you come up and your body stays parallel to the floor. Like this. Slowly. So if this one is a bit difficult for you, you can perform the similar exercise on the floor like this. You can place your leg aerial like this and then come up slowly. Or you can keep on your thighs and do it. After performing the given number of reps for single leg glute bridge, go on to the double leg glute bridge. So here both the legs will be planted on the floor, and then from here you have to squeeze your glutes and come up like this and hold here for 2 seconds. Then again squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core muscles, come parallel to the floor, and again lower down slowly. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core muscles and come parallel to the floor, hold here for 2 seconds, lower down slowly. To continue this for the number of reps. So the next exercise for our glutes is Bulgarian split squat. Here you have to place your non-working foot on an elevated surface and perform a lunge by leaning a bit forward so that your glutes get activated. The height of the elevated surface would be between your shin to knee level. Depending upon your comfortability, choose the height and then perform this exercise. So here I will be using sofa as a surface and then placing my left foot, which is the non-working one, on the sofa, and then I will lower down as low as possible and lean a bit forward. So this will activate my glutes, and then I will again come up. I will lower my body down and lean a bit forward and come up. I will lower my body straight down and lean a bit forward, come up. So I will be pushing through my complete foot so that my glutes and my quadriceps both are activated, and when I lean forward there will be higher activation at my glutes. But if you are erect when you lower down, there will be good activation of your quadriceps only. So I will be leaning forward a bit and again I will come back up, lean forward, come back up. So this will ensure that both your quadriceps and glutes both are activated during this exercise, and generally you will feel that your glutes will fire up after 10 to 12 reps. So we have already targeted our gluteus maximus in the previous exercises. So here I will be showing you an exercise which will target your gluteus medius, which runs in the outer side of your hips. So what you have to do is, you have to place this resistance band in between your feet like this and hold it with your hands here, and then so from here I have to push outward using my outer thigh. Keeping my knees locked, I will push outward using my right leg. So I will move from my right leg, push outward. So I will continue it till I feel a good activation at my glute medius, that is in the outer hips. So I will be performing the given number of reps for the right leg, and then once I finish it, I will move on to the left leg like this. So make sure that your knees are locked and you are initiating the push through your hips whenever you are performing this exercise to have a better activation of your glute medius. So for those who don't have resistance band at their homes, can do this simple lying abduction exercise to target the glute medius. So what you have to do here is you have to lie sideways like this, and from here, keeping your knees locked, you have to lift your leg using your hips here. You have to lift your leg till 45 degrees, hold here for 2 seconds and lower down again. So you have to perform this for the given number of reps. Slowly lift from your hips. So you have to feel your hips whenever you are lifting your leg. So lift slowly and drop. Lift slowly and drop. So after performing the given number of reps with this exercise, you have to lift your leg and move it a bit backward like this, keeping your body in the constant position and hold here. So this will burn up your glute medius here. It's already burning for me. So just you have to hold here till you feel a complete fatigue of your glute medius. You have to hold there and lower down. So you have to complete your reps, and last one you have to hold there and then you have to lower down, so that you will have a good pump at your glute medius, because we are not using any of the weights. So it's necessary that you hold the last rep. Since it's a complete leg workout routine, we are not even leaving our shin muscles and our calf muscles. And for our shin muscles, we will be doing ankle pumps. So for this, you have to take the support of your ball and keep your feet a bit ahead like this. And then from here, take the support of some of the rods that's beside you and hold there. And then lift one of your leg and place it on the wall. And so again, from here you have to lift your toes and flex your ankles as much as you can, lower down. So this you will be doing for the single leg, and once the given number of reps for single leg is done, you will be moving to both the legs. So complete it by flexing your ankles as much as possible and do it continuously for the given number of reps. After completing this, for a greater burn, what you have to do is you have to walk on your heels for a certain amount of time, which I will be mentioning on the program at the end of this video. So you have to walk on your heels like this. So flex your ankles as much as possible and walk on your heels. So this will be giving a lot of burn on your shin muscles. So once the shins are over, we'll move on to our calves. We can't ignore our calves also. So I already given this workout in my previous videos. So you have to bend down and hold a firm surface, keeping your back flat. You have to raise your heels as much as you can and come onto your toes and squeeze your calf muscles and lower down slowly. Again, you have to perform this continuously. Make sure that your knees are locked and you are squeezing your calf muscles like this. So once you finish the single leg calf raises, move on to the double leg calf raises. So once both the single leg and double leg calf raises are done, you have to walk on your toes for the given number of times that will be mentioned in the program. So like this. So you have to stay completely on your toes so that your calf is squeezed and you feel a cramping like thing there. So walk, walk, walk. So to end this workout routine, we will be doing some isometric exercises with our complete anterior chain of leg muscles and our posterior chain of leg muscles. So for the anterior chain, we will be doing wall sit, for which you have to sit with the support of the wall, keeping your back erect, straight, and bracing your core and making an 90-degree angle at your knees like this. And you have to hold here till failure, till your quadriceps muscles get fatigued. So this will hit complete anterior chain of our leg muscles, that is in the front side of our leg muscles. So after completing the isometric exercises for the anterior chain, we will be moving to the posterior chain, which includes our hamstring and glutes. For this, you have to hold the glute bridge, elevated glute bridge position. So keeping your shoulder blades as we have performed the glute bridge earlier. You have to hold that glute bridge by keeping your squeeze in your glutes and your core muscles. So I will come up, squeeze my glutes and core muscles and hold here. So you should not be in a resting position here. You should be activating your glutes and core muscles. Then only you will feel some good pump in your posterior chain of complete leg muscles. Hold these isometric exercises till failure, and since we have already worked on all these muscles in isolation, it will be a great pump to you to finish your workout in a strong note. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you got a good leg burn after following this workout. And if you want to build muscles with this workout, even if you don't add weights, at the beginning it will be very helpful for you to build muscles to a certain extent. But once you get used to this, then what you can do is you can add some of the weights or resistance that you can find at home to each of the exercises which we perform in this routine. This kind of combination would give you a greater activation of the muscles, since we are combining the unilateral and bilateral training of the leg muscles here. So if you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel for more fitness and nutrition videos.